Britain's cities are some of the most beautiful in Britain. Each with its own distinct culture, dialect, architecture, and infrastructure. From grand cathedrals and ancient city walls, to luxury hotels and upmarket leafy suburbs, every city has something unique to offer. And although my destination today has absolutely none of these features, and isn't actually a city, local councillors are determined to pull the cat out from underneath the bus in their latest bid for city status. And I just couldn't resist coming to take a look around. Welcome to Reading. Reading is a city in all but name. So claimed Councillor Joe Lovelock after a failed third attempt to rebrand Reading as a city in all including name in 2012, losing out to Chelmsford, St Asaph and Perth. But with its literary connections, its famous all-year-round Christmas tradition, and the largest reading festival outside Hay-on-Wye, surely next year's Platinum Jubilee City Status grant is Reading's for the taking. But why has Reading been overlooked so many times before? I've come to the Central Library to scour the archives for details of its previous city applications. This ring binder contains all the details of Reading's previous city bids. It goes back to the year 2000. It's a pretty incredible document to be allowed to thumb through. And I believe it holds the key to success in Reading's next city bid. I'm looking for the Achilles heel of the town, to see if I can help Reading to see where it's gone wrong and what it needs to do to ensure success next year. Perhaps one reason might be because of the multiple losses and closures over the years of businesses and public services, including Reading Jail, the first ever Little Chef, and most recently, the Debenhams. But for once, it's not Margaret Thatcher who's to blame for this catastrophic loss of industry. The responsibility ultimately lies with the head of the Church of England himself, King Henry VIII. Henry closed down Reading Abbey in 1539, sold its treasures, executed the abbot, mortgaged the buildings, and then cheekily exchanged the property for Fleet Street and Trafalgar Square, securing the first monopoly of the game and ultimately defeating Pope Paul III. I'm standing here in the grounds of Reading Abbey, but I think the only praying that goes on here nowadays is that it won't rain because there's no roof. This was reopened, I think, a few years ago, but I mean, they're not ready. There's nothing here. So that might be one thing that Reading wants to think about before it can be a city. It's got facilities and it's got the bar. We're halfway there.
When Zephyr also with his fragrant breath hath urged to life in every holt and heath new tender shoots of green.
This is the ancient Abbey gateway. It was through this arch that the celebrated author Jane Austen would have walked on her way to the Reading Girls' School, which she attended briefly here. One likes to think that while she was at the school, she came up with ideas for her novels such as Pride and Prejudice or Mansfield Park, but we just don't know. Thankfully, Reading's long association with the arts didn't end with Oscar Wilde and Jane Mansfield, but continues to this day. In March 2021, residents of the town woke to discover a new and priceless work of art illegally daubed onto the side of the old prison wall. The vandal was none other than Banksy. City officials were quick to cover the work with highly reflective perspex, obscuring the painting and discouraging Banksy from leaving his mark on other unsuspecting buildings. But you don't have to go far to find other Banksy paintings in Reading. The town is littered with them. Great job, Robin. For all Reading's literary heritage and artistic effervescence, I believe I've identified its sweet spot. Once rectified, there's no doubt in my mind that Her Majesty the Queen will personally hand-deliver the certificate of city status before herself patronising the new attraction with her favourite corgi. Good luck, Reading.